What what do you guys know about social media?
Well, what is it? Okay, what is it?
I do not have Facebook, and I do not use social media. I have no interest in it.
Well, anything that you do
Well-
on electronic is
Well, that's the
social
whole
media.
point. Well, no,
It's used for different
Google
things.
is really not social media.
It isn't. It tells you what I know.
But there's no fence around it. That's the problem.
You have to put your own fence around it, I think.
Right, but when you read about people who use it indiscriminately,
But that's the internet, not Facebook.
I don't have Facebook, so I have no idea.
Yeah, no, Facebook is just you and I talking back and forth, you and Barbara talking back and forth.
If I want to talk to you, I'll call you up.
Today's technology is working at a rapid pace, and it's a lot for all of us to imagine and to understand. It's a critical piece of communication for all of us. The ability for an individual to take a device and contact another individual and actually see them and being in the presence and the ability to see a baby born or to see a grandchild, take their first steps is amazing and gives individuals connectivity to society.
Oh, okay, I
And
get
then
it.
two, and then type in who you want to send it to. Yeah.
Is that wrong with my shoulder here?
Who's that?
That's ugly.
I believe that the biggest game changer is FaceTiming or Skype.
I love you very much.
Thank you. I love you too.
Body language is 70% of communication. The ability to communicate with another individual and see them smile. We know we can hear a smile over a phone, but to see the smile, to see the frown, to see the furrowed brow creates a better interaction and a more effective mode of communication.
So crispy.
It's life altering. It's life altering for them, for their ability to connect with their loved ones. You'll see a whole demeanor change. And again, we can talk about medications and environment. Socialization is critical for health. To have interactions is positive. There's a chemical reaction when one reacts to those that they care about. It'll help us. It'll help us as an industry. It'll help us as a country.
We're looking at the whole patient. It's not just a physical disability or even a cognitive disability, but the propensity for patients who are becoming isolated, whether it's in their homes or in the skilled nursing facility, to then develop an associated depression. The statistics are staggering at how many people are diagnosed with and potentially even go undiagnosed with depression in the elderly.
Swipe it.
Where it says photo?
So you swipe.
Oh, okay.
The immediate reaction to any exposure to social media is I can communicate with my children and my peers the old-fashioned way, and that's the way I'm going to stay. And I believe that that reaction is from fear. Fear of not understanding how to interact with this new methodology.
It's scary because it's new, especially to our generation. Everything that we don't really know is a little bit scary in the beginning, but it's really worth it to try something new. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And this I find to be very interesting. I can go and do a lot more things than you can by phone or mail and stuff, so I enjoy it, and I think a lot of people enjoy it. You get into it and you want to keep going further and further into it, so that's I think a good thing. The mind has to keep working.
Well, at times I go on my computer and it gets a little screwy. I go, what is this? The computer guy comes over and he goes, boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. And I go, what did you do? He said, don't worry about it. I go, what did you do?
Just call me when it happens again.
Tell me what you did so I can write it down. That's not good because I'll never call him again. So he never tells me. Okay? So guess what? I'm back to day one again.
Select.
And then,
Now I pick up the phone.
Yes, see? Now she's right there.
No, don't hit the red button.
No.
Don't hit the red button
So
until you're done talking.
once you press the green one, you'll just see her.
When teaching people how to use technology, the two most important things are repetition and demonstration. So when showing them how to turn the device on or off, to log in, to obtain a Wi-Fi signal, to show them over and over again, and also to demonstrate it. So those are the two most important things.
and we can help have speech or occupational therapy train patients to be able to reliably remember instructions because it's the repetition. It's being able to do the same task over and over in a repetitive manner so they know how to use a particular device. Certainly the grandkids are very savvy with applications and utilizing all forms of media, so they can then help to be the bridge and continue with that type of intervention.
Well, that's it. I call my 5-year-old, my 9-year-old, my whatever. They can tell you anything you need to know. And it's not embarrassing because they know it and we don't, so you have to admit that.
My mom got my grandparents an iPad mini, so like when she travels, they can still connect with her and like me and my sister and my brother. And so it's like funny because we have to teach them how to do it and they have no idea what they're doing.
They didn't grow up with it. Like, we have had the technology in our life our whole entire life. Like, we grew up with it. And that the technology is sort of still new to them.
It's only for okay. You don't have to worry about that.
Their favorite part, 100%, is contacting their grandchildren.
How you doing? This is a lot of fun. We got an iPad at Christmas time because and it comes in most handy because we have family in Paris. So instead of getting on a plane and spending a lot of money, we can see how our granddaughter over there is doing, and we can see how my son and his wife are doing.
It's amazing. It's amazing to give them a tool or see them utilizing technology in a way that makes them feel good. It's overwhelmingly reinforcing that it's the right thing to do, to give them the tools.
Next. And now you put your name in. You don't have.
We do realize there are so many positives, but we do need to be mindful of there are some negatives as well, and number one that comes to mind is privacy.
I think the problem today is you have to be very careful what you put on it. You know, you don't put really important stuff to you. I think the best use of it, especially at our age, is just to converse with people, make it a little bit easier to keep in touch with what's going on in the world. But you have to be very careful of what information you put out there, because it's true. Everybody can get it.
This was the best of times and the worst of times.
Yeah.
That's what this is. That's really what it is.
I don't think the social media is dangerous. I think it's because people don't know how to use it.
It's a good thing. We have to look at it as a good thing.
Oh, wow. So I can look that right up in here? Oh, so I feel like these ones would be more like
buy?
for engineering kind of technical terms.
How about for
dumb senior citizens? So they have one title there.
To be able to think, to be able to write, to be able to manipulate a new device is advantageous to the brain, and it keeps the brain young and moving forward. Stagnancy yields death, physically and mentally. So to bring on new information to someone of an older age benefits the brain connections, and it benefits their ability to make good decisions and problem solve.
I can comment whatever, so I can tag the person.
They say that it's important for you and I to learn something new every week to keep us going. So whether we go to a class, whether we go to a seminar, conference, etc. So new information is invaluable to keep the brain going. You have a purpose every day. Purpose is imperative for survival. And that may be going to the golf range. That may be meeting your buddies down for coffee. That may be doing a database for your granddaughter's wedding. But having purpose allows you to have a happier life.
You saw this in sci-fi movies a long time ago, this stuff, and say, wow, what a neat idea that is. But, you know, then to see it actually happen in whatever form it takes, it's kind of mind-blowing, but yet it gives you a chance to really expand everything. You can expand your knowledge, you can expand your family and see them all the time. It's another way to enhance your life, I look at it as. Each thing that I learn about it, I feel like I accomplished something, but it also gives me an opportunity to even go further. You know, it takes away the fear that, oh, you know, I'm too old for this. To know that you can still do it makes you feel pretty damn good.